ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुं परमानंदं वंदे स्वानंद विग्रहम् यस्य सान्निध्यमात्रेण चिदानंदायते तनुः। In the last class, we were talking Anaya Sadrishi Vidya, Anaya Sadrisho Japa, Anaya Sadrisham Jnanam, Na Bhutam, Na Bhavishyati iti. And also Kundalinyam Samuddhata 45, Gayatri Pranadharini, Pranavidya Mahavidya, Yastham Edi Sa Vedavi. While discussing this thing, we said this Kundalini is in the coil format, that too just below Manipuraka, which is the place called Kandurdhe, just above of the Kanda. And problem here is that it is lying down, but the mouth is closed. And because of that reason, the whole process of energy does not go up, only it starts moving differently. While discussing this thing, he says, then how to look at 48. Prabhuddhavani yogena manasa maruta saha suchiva gunamadaya brajati urdham shushumnaya. He says, look, if you want to really awaken your Kundalini, so you need fire. So the fire of tapas, and that is not enough. Manasa maruta saha. Also the mind and pranayama. So these three must go together. Generally, people, when they practice pranayama, or especially those who practice this Kundalini Yoga, etc., they don't combine these three together. As you know, long back one case I have shared with you people, somebody says, look, my Kundalini is in just Anahata. You please bless me, it will grow up. And I'm talking about this must be more than 25, 30 years old incident, okay? And he seriously cut hold of my leg. He did not leave. I said, how do you know that I can help you? No, no, I know. My mind says you know this. Then I said, hey, look, my kundalini is not yet raised. How can I raise your kundalini? No, you are not telling the truth. And he was behind me the way you cannot think of. And finally, I had to tell a few points. Here you are wrong, so please rectify first. Coming to the point, this is not one example. There are many examples you will come across where people don't take up austerity, nor they take care of the mind. So when they follow certain tricks and techniques with reference to pranayama, definitely you will have urdhva prana. And with that urdhva prana, there will be a lot of imbalances. And those people are available everywhere. And moreover, if you look at all these popular packages, and that too, those are very much available and accepted in the West, also in India too. Those packages created in such a way that the urdhva prana takes place, whereas the mind and tapas is not there. That's why you find only emotional people over there. And those emotional people becomes more fanatic. This is the very important point to observe all this yoga group. How? It is their problem. So here he says, look, I need to work on three things together. That mind, prana, and austerity. So these three must go together. He gives example. Suchiva gunamadaya prajati urdham shushumnaya. He says, look, it is like a needle. So what the needle does, if you want to, get something, so even if you want to get little bit blood, what you do, you take this needle very carefully, right place, you just put it. Then blood comes out. So also, how carefully you have to pierce. Not too much. And the way you will be piercing so that it will not be known to others. Very nicely. There is an art. So also, here all this gunam adaya urdham vrajati sushumnaya. So susumna to be uplifted. Of course, with the help of Ida and Pingala. But it is to be done so carefully that the person should not feel any jerk. So, in short, there should not be any jerk. Continuing. Prashupta bhujagakara padmatantu nibha shubha prabuddha vanyogena brajati urtam shashumnaya. Here he says, look, this Kundalini is in dormant, in a sleeping state. It's not going to come up so quickly because for that you need enormous punya. You need enormous grace. It's not simply doing pranayama or austerity or taking care of your mind. Things are going to work. In fact, this Kundalini awakening takes place only because of the grace. So the grace works beautifully, number one. So that is generally being put that as punyam. So because if punyam is not there, it will be difficult. And moreover, I was looking at some other place, it has said, Mula Padme Kundalini Yavat Nidraita Prabho Tavad Kinchit Na Siddhyate Mantra Yantra Archanadikam Jagati Yadisha Devi Bahubhi Punyasanchaye Tada Prasadam Ayati Mantra Yantra Archanadikam. So where it is being mentioned, as long as Kundalini is in dormant in the first chakra, Mula Padma, Tavat, the Lord is sleeping. And remember, that long also nothing happens. Your mantra, yantra, archana has no meaning, has no value. It is just you are keep doing. It is like, hoping that somebody is in the room and you are calling. But in reality, the person is not in the room. How it is it? So you want to wake somebody up. So the door is closed, but the person is not there in the room. But you are shouting, you are calling. Only other people whole world will come to know that you are calling. But in reality, the person doesn't listen to it. So also, this is exactly what happens. But once Kundalini is awake, then what happens? And it happens Bahuvihi Punya Sanchayihi, because of the Punya. Punya Bala only brings. And then after that, all your mantra, yantra, tantra has its own place. In fact, it works beautifully. So, in short, it is being highlighted how to present this Kundalini in my day-to-day life. It is not practicing something, doing something sometime, then after that continue the way I am. It doesn't work. That's why here he says beautifully that look, prashupta bhujanga akara padmatantu nibha subha. So if you look at how this padmatantu, so padmatantu means if you take that lotus fiber, how this lotus fiber, if you try to that, you take, nice, it looks so nice. So also this fiber, how it is, so that these nadis are like that. So, but lot of potentiality, but it is in the sleeping format. At the same time, it is Subha, not Asubha. So Shubha means it is auspicious. It is pure. It blesses. And how? He says, Prabuddha Bandhi Yogena. So one can awaken them by Bandhi, by fire. So fire that comes out of tapas. And because of which, Urdham Brajati Sushupnaya. So it will start moving upwards through or by the help of Sushumna or through Sushumna Nadi. Continuing. उद्घाटयते कपाटं तु यथा कुञ्चिकया हठात् कुण्डलिन्यां तथा योगी मोक्षद्वारं प्रभेदयेत्. Again, this is what very carefully being highlighted again and again. Kundalini yoga, or to awaken Kundalini, you don't have to really do in a rigorous way, like some people do. Nowadays it has become a trend. 108 times Surya Namaskar. Okay, there are many people started doing it. Many organizations started doing it. Encouraging 108 times Surya Namaskar. Good, nothing wrong in it. But what is the purpose? Just to say that I have done 108 times Surya Namaskar, or I have been doing. But here we highlight that when you do Kundalini, awakening Kundalini, it has to be done in a swift way. Like how you drive the car. When you drive the car, that has to be done in a very swift way. In the sense that no stress at all. Then only you will start enjoying. Imagine you get into a car, the driver is super stressed. Will you like to? Even though driver is a good driver, but driver has some stress because of family. Still, will you like to? Only will pray. Oh God, 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 God. You understand? And here, same thing also. When we do this Kundalini awakening, only stress comes, nothing else. Rigidity, stress to show up, to establish, to prove, and whatnot. So here he says not like that. He gives this example, which is good, that udghatayet kapatam tu yatha kunchikaya hothat. So what we look at, so though the door is locked and you have to open the door. So there are many ways. You hit, you break, this and that. But if you have a key, how swiftly, carefully you open the door. Kunchikaya, this is the word uses. Whereas you are having the key, but you start breaking the door, making noise, checking, doing this, doing that. You understand what I'm trying to say? Once you have key, very carefully, you can open it. So also he says, look, kundalinya tatha yogi mokshatvaram prabheti. This is the point. So also the yogi opens up this kundalini that swiftly, that carefully, without any jerk. So that means, in short, the person really does not create much issues. That's why when we look at this aspect, one is supposed to be very clear in this regard, or else it will be very difficult. With this, I am stopping today. I cannot take class today. Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.